έναρξη μιας καινούριας περίοδου έτσι μετά από ξεκούραση εργασίας. Και με το ΔΣ το θεωρήσαμε σημαντικό και ιδανικό να ξεκινήσουμε κατά αυτόν τον τρόπο. Η Μαρία Άρμστρονγκ, τυχαία ήρθαμε, όχι τυχαία, και εμένα ήρθαμε σε επαφή, τυχαία προέκυψε η συνάντηση, και θα μας παρουσιάσει σήμερα τη μέθοδο της κυρίας Sharon Statis, είναι η Ayuverdic Reflexologia. Εκτιμώ ότι είναι κάτι εντελώς καινούριο για τα ελληνικά δεδομένα, ούτε σε βιβλιογραφία ελληνική το έχω συναντήσει και θεωρούμε έτσι ενδιαφέρουσα ευκαιρία, σημαντική. Χαιρόμαστε πολύ το ΣΕΡ, το ΔΣ που είστε εδώ σήμερα και αδράξατε έτσι την ευκαιρία να βρεθούμε όλοι μαζί. Και το μόνο που θα πω είναι ότι λένε ότι είναι δύσκολη περίοδος. Ακούγεται αυτό στην κοινωνία. Για τη ρεφλεξολογία όμως είναι πολύ καλή περίοδος. Όσο αξίμωρο δεν σας ακούγεται, ο τελευταίος χρόνος και κάτι παραπάνω είναι φανταστική περίοδος για τις εναλλακτικές θεραπείες και στην Ελλάδα για τη ρεφλεξολογία συγκεκριμένα. Κατανοούμε με την Ευγενία και τα υπόλοιπα μέλη του ΔΣ ότι είναι δύσκολο το εργασιακό κομμάτι, αλλά η αποδοχή από την ιατρική κοινότητα, η αυτοαφησιματική ιατρική, η αποδοχή από τον κόσμο, όλο και αυξάνεται. Κάπου έχει περιέλθει σε εμάς η ευθύνη να ανταποκριθούμε πια στις απαιτήσεις της εποχής. Και αυτό που θέλω να καταλήξω είναι η ευγενία, η βούλβαρη ευγενία ενώπιον όλων, και είναι η πρώτη φορά, αλλά το ξανακάνω πολλές φορές. Θέλω να σας ευχαριστήσω για όλο το καλοκαίρι που εργαζότανε για το σωματείο. Είναι πολλές οι εκδηλώσεις που τρέχουν. Σήμερα θα σας πω ότι θα γίνει και η ετήσια συνάντηση των μελών του ΡΙΕΝ στην Ελλάδα. Η ευγενία με μια ομάδα εθελοντών του σωματείου το συντόνισαν μέσα στο καλοκαίρι και διάφορα άλλα πράγματα. Ευγενία, πρέπει να ακούγονται αυτά, να παραδειγματίζονται όλοι. Σε ευχαριστούμε πολύ για την προσπάθειά σου και τον χρόνο σου. Επίσης με το σύγμα, αλλά είναι πάρα πολύ σημαντικό αυτό που κάνεις και πρέπει και όλοι οι υπόλοιποι να έρθετε κοντά στο ΣΕΡ και να βοηθήσετε το δυνατόν καλύτερα. Μαρία, sorry, guys. I'm very sorry about that. Θα σας δίνω την κυρία τη Μαρία, τη φίλη μας, είναι ελληνικής καταγωγής. Λίγο ελληνικά, και στα αγγλικά μπορεί κάποιος σε λίγο να μας βοηθήσει. Θα ξεκινήσω εγώ, αλλά θα ήθελα και κάποιος άλλος. I will pass it on to... You like it? Go ahead, just begin, I will be translating.
Thank you for coming, and this is just really a this wasn't organised at all. I met Spiros just to say hello, and he mentioned maybe I could come and show you my technique, because I learned through Sharon Statis, the Ayurvedic Reflexology technique. But I'd like to mention that I don't only use that, and I'm sure all of you don't just use Ayurvedic, your technique, you use a collection. I use a collection of techniques in my clinic in Australia, Brisbane, and I've been practicing reflexology for 8 years. I know many of you have been practicing a lot longer than that.
Μέσα από μια συνάντηση που είχαμε, προέκυψε να σε εξηγεί ευκαιρία για να βρεθούμε όλοι μαζί εδώ, το εκμεταλλευτήκαμε, θέλει να μας καταθέσει εξ αρχής ότι αυτά που θα δείξει σήμερα το κομμάτι της Ayuverdic δεν το χρησιμοποιεί σε μια συνεδρία καταθεσιμότητα, αλλά παντρεύει διάφορες τεχνικές, τις κάνει μοναδικές σε κάθε συνεδρία, είναι από το Brisbane της Αυστραλίας και εργάζεται στην κλινική της 8 χρόνια.
And so what I want to say today is I'll show you just go like that again. On the back. There, front door. Just wanted to say that I will show you the techniques that I know of Ayurvedic reflexology. So I'll start, and you can look at this all in YouTube, and then also Sharon has on the internet more information for you. If you wanted to buy anything through her on the internet, you're able to purchase things for your own clinic if you'd like to do that as well. So I'll just I'll go through a very, very short history of Ayurvedic reflexology.
Λίγο ιστορία για την Ayuverdic. Μας είπε βέβαια ότι θα μας δείξει κάποιες τεχνικές που χρησιμοποιεί, περισσότερες πληροφορίες στο διαδίκτυο, όπως και προϊόντα αυτά τα μπολ και τα λοιπά, ή το DVD της κυρίας Πάδης, που μπορεί να το βρει κανείς στο ίντερνετ. Και ξεκινάμε με τις τεχνικές. Θα μου πει την ιστορία.
The Ayurvedic approach to health and well-being is based on the concept that there is a deep connection between the body, the mind, the body and the spirit. And the philosophy of Ayurveda states there is no separation between the physical body and the mind. One cannot maintain physical health if the mind is unhappy.
Η Ayuverdic προσθέτει δεν υπάρχει διαχωρισμός σώματος και νου, δεν είναι δυνατόν να υπάρχει υγεία αν δεν υπάρχει ευτυχία.
Ayurveda has a spiritual basis and encourages individuals to embrace healthy spiritual practices.
Η Ayurveda έχει ένα πνευματικό υπόβαθρο και ενισχύει τα άτομα να καλλιεργήσουν ένα τέτοιο πνευματικό υπόβαθρο.
Ayurvedic techniques for reflexology include lots of friction movements, rubbing, stroking, which we're all very familiar with OR, and they stimulate the cardiovascular and lymphatic circulation and the flow of prana and the energy. You will know what prana is.
Τώρα κατάλαβα.
Friction movements, therapists use pads at the sides of the fingers. Knuckles, and palms and heels of the hands. And movements are usually applied briskly to stimulate the system. So what you're doing is you're stimulating the system. And care must be taken when you go over the bony prominences of the feet or the bony
δείχνουμε προσοχή όταν περνάμε πάνω από την μεραχαία επιφάνεια του ποδιού που βρίσκονται τα οστά.
So how we start is we mobilizing techniques for the feet. Why we do mobilizing is for relaxation of all the muscle fibers, like we will do in your clinic anyway.
Ξεκινάμε με κινητοποίηση του χώρου που πρέπει να
And sessions can be 40 to 45 minutes if you're purely doing reflexology. We start on the lateral side of the foot.
Αν είναι καθαρά ρεφλεξολογική διαρκή 40 με 45 λεπτά, ξεκινούμε με την έξω επιφάνεια του χώρου, την πέρνα,
and then go to the medial side and exactly the same thing, starting at the bottom and working up to the energy flow. Bringing the
start laterally high or low.
Low. Heel, always at the heel.
Ξεκινάμε έξω επιφάνεια της πέρνας, έσω και μετά ανεβαίνουμε προς τα πάνω για να
είναι η ενέργεια. And then go to the medial and you start to put at the heel and you work up. Okay, so now how about I get someone on the table? Instead of me talking,
Έλα Χριστίνα.
Yeah, what I'll do is as I go through the mama course, I'll explain those.
I'm sure you'll do great. Just go with your
Where do you want her at?
So what am I using this oil?
Whatever you want.
Yeah. So with Ayurvedic reflexology, I've made up my own oil. It's called the essence of Aphrodite. I thought you'd like that. But it's sesame oil and sesame. But you know, you're in Greece. You know, use olive oil. I mean, God, I wouldn't get too hung up about that. You know, yeah. So, okay. We don't have a cushion, no.
Maybe you want to feed outside of the table.
Okay, so with reflexology, with Ayurvedic reflexology, it's a good idea to start with the left on a woman, the left side, because the left side is the feminine side, and the right side on a male. You know, you start.
Οπότε στην Ayurveda ξεκινάμε για τις γυναίκες με το αριστερό πόδι και όταν κάνουμε σε άντρα ξεκινάμε με την δεξιά πλευρά που είναι η αριστερή.
And you do one foot, Anna, and then the other. No? I thought I'd impress you. Yeah. Okay. So you don't have white or here? No, any white for the feet? The white or here?
No.
No?
Μήπως έχετε μορομάτιλα κάτι?
So I don't confuse you while I'm doing it.
Για να μην υπάρχει σύγχυση.
I want to explain the Katha bowl to you.
Να μας μιλήσει λίγο για το bowl Katha.
And this is not a Katha bowl, but I'm going to attempt to use it.
Δεν είναι
Because
bowl
I want to
Katha.
show you the technique. And I suggest that if you can get your hands on one, they are fantastic. Because I can't believe I didn't bring mine from Australia, but it's so small that this rim here, this bit, it fits here. So it's that big in your hand,
Το περίγραμμα λοιπόν του μπολ είναι όσο είναι το περίγραμμα πρέπει να είναι στην παλάμη μας μέσα.
And later in the procedure I will use it. So I just wanted to explain to you that isn't a Katha bowl, but you can get hold of them. Okay.
Είναι το νούδε, το χτυπάει και είναι σαπινίο.
I'll explain when I'm using it, yeah? I just wanted to, just when I start using it. So,
Και αυτό είναι, singing bowl είναι και αυτό.
This is a singing bowl also?
No. This is more one of the...
Αλλά for the body.
Ναι,
Αλλά για θεραπείες σώματος.
Not a Katha bowl.
Ενώ αυτοί χρησιμοποιούν το πολύ μικρό
It's a
μέγεθος για τα
The
άκρα.
Katha bowl would be that big.
Είναι τόσο
Base,
μεγάλο.
you know, so it fits in your hand and it just feels so beautiful on your feet. It's amazing. So what we do is we start with a little bit of oil and just some mobilizing techniques. And it's a good idea to bring the energy into the hands, you know, by clapping the hands. Yeah. And then
Καλούμε την ενέργεια, χτυπάμε.
So just really waking the foot up, you know, and we're using kneading techniques, mobilizing techniques. I'm sure you all use these anyway, yeah?
Χρησιμοποιείτε τις τεχνικές αυτές?
Yeah. And just rubbing. So I'm going to do both feet. There. And just, you know, really relaxing the foot. The foot's starting to relax. There. You're going right down the lateral side of the foot. We're going to start, I'll just do a few more relaxers, mobilizers first. See, I bring in a whole lot of, I bring in Ingham, I bring in everything, but I shouldn't be doing that today because I'm showing you Ayurvedic. So alright, we'll start down here, the lateral side. We're doing this rubbing around the heel area. In the Ayurvedic technique, they don't go into so much of, you know, with the thumb walking for all the different areas of the body. It's just really a stimulating, you know, invigorating reflexology session.
Στην αγιουβερδική προσέγγιση δεν χρησιμοποιούν τόσο πολύ την τεχνική της κάμπιας για να περάσουν από όλες τις αναπηραστικές ζώνες. Είναι πιο πολύ μια γενική προσέγγιση διέγερση.
But as reflexologists, you would know all the areas that you're going over with
Αλλά
your
εσείς ως
hands.
ρεφλεξολόγοι ήδη ξέρετε κάθε φορά που βρίσκεστε όταν το
Okay, now this is a really good one, this technique. It's very invigorating, wakes the foot up, feels good, it's very hot and energizing. And you go around the malleolus, as well, and across. And then over to the other side. And it's rubbing the heel area and all the way up in circular motion. And then once again doing the rubbing and then the two hands. And it's starting from the bottom up to the top. And there's quite a bit of heat in there, isn't there? Yes. And then you're going to brush that off. And then hold the foot. Yeah. Okay, we're going to do the soft area of the top of the foot now. And this is also just being careful not to go too hard on those bony promises. Okay, so as reflexologists we all know what happens in the toes. It's all to do with the head. And in Ayurvedic reflexology we do a lot with the toes. We really go down to obviously the neck area here. That's why Sharon really calls it a massage technique, not a reflexology technique, because reflexologists and massage therapists can use it, you know. So you're going right up the back, hypothalamus, pineal, and then really, and then you're pulling off. You're just pulling off the energy off the feet. And the same with the second toe, you really, and this is where you're using the pads of your fingers, and you're going down the side. And that's quite tough, isn't it? It's a bit painful, but it's really stimulating. It's good for this. And you're going up and down the lymphatic at the back and pulling off, yeah? And while you're pulling off, is you're taking all the energy out, yeah. And so you do each toe like that, and you know, support it with the other hand. Make sure you support it. And the little toe, and you really work those toes. And then you do some nice softening techniques after all that hard work. So with Ayurvedic reflexology, we do a lot of this sort of pulling up of the feet, you know, to bring the energy up. Okay. So after we've done all of that, that's when we introduce the kasa bowl. And the kasa bowl is a tin bowl, and it's bronze. I'm just going to read to you about the kasa bowl, what it does. It balances the subtle energy systems of the body. So it's a much smaller bowl. The proper kasa bowl is found in West India, and the kasa bowl is used extensively in the Pune area of India. The conductivity of the metal interacts with the energy field of the body. So the interaction aids homeostasis by helping to balance the body. So it's another tool for reflexologists, and I just tell you, this is what got me into reflexology 8 years ago. I did a weekend workshop of Ayurvedic reflexology, and I connected with the bowl, and it was like I'd done it before, you know. It's so beautiful. ποιες κινήσεις που κάνουν. Πολύ γενικά.
And what we do in, what I do in my clinic and what Sharon does is the bowl, because it's so little, it can be heated in a aromatherapy, you know, the aromatherapy burners that you can put oil, water and oil in.
Συνήθως μπορούν να το χρησιμοποιήσουν και θερμό, δηλαδή ζεσταμένο, και που έχουν πάρει πολλές φορές οι αρωματοθεραπευτές λάδι μέσα με μερικά εθέρια.
So you put water and then the bowl in there, and it heats it up. It heats the bowl, and it's so beautiful, especially here in winter. You know? Yeah. And then in another bowl, you know, you have your oil. So you've got the heated bowl, and you pick it up and you put it in the oil and put it on the feet. Well, today I don't have a heated container for this. So what you can do when you're out in the field and you don't have that, if you're in the park and you don't have that heater,
you can use your son.
Yeah. Use your hand.
Και το άλλο είναι με το λάδι, αλλά όταν βρίσκεται σε μια περιοχή που δεν έχετε ζεσταμένο, το μόνο που μπορείτε να κάνετε είναι να το ρίξετε στη βαλάνη και να το ζεστάνετε.
And so, because it's not the right bowl, it's not going to have the same effect, but I just want to do it just to show you. Yeah. And so, just heat it up a bit. So what you do with the casa bowl, just pretend this is the right casa bowl, is you support the foot and you start, once you put the casa bowl on the foot, you mustn't take contact, take it off and re-dip it into the oil. Once you've used it once, you keep the flow going and then you put it down until the next foot. You don't think, oh, I need more oil. So keep the contact. It's very important for the energy flow. So you start at the, oh sorry, yes.
Η διάρκεια που κάνετε αυτή την επαφή με το βόλιο στο πόδι, το κρατάτε συνέχεια σε επαφή, δεν βγάζετε την ενέργεια, δεν σταματάτε τη ροή της ενέργειας, οπότε δεν απομακρύνετε και τον μπόλο από το πόδι, παρά μόνο όταν αποφασίσετε ότι έχετε τελειώσει με το ένα πόδι και πάτε στο άλλο.
So you're starting at the top of the foot here, and you're going down in circular, quite figurating, isn't it? There, that's not the right bowl. And keep going for about 3 minutes. But I won't because it's such a big bowl. And then to come off, you go a couple of times up, all over the reflexes. That's what's happening, is it's massaging all the reflexes. Eh? Well, okay, so the next part of the Ayurvedic reflexology is the mama point. And the mama points are energy points. They're like acupuncture points. And the mama points act as relay stations along the body's subtle energy currents, like with acupuncture. You know, they send the So, and I'll narrow it down. Mama therapy incorporates the stimulation of these points to help maintain the flow of prana. So it says, you know, for the flow of energy again. Yeah.
Ενεργοποιεί αυτά τα σημεία και ο στόχος είναι να κινήσει και να ανοίξει τα σημεία ενέργειας. Δηλαδή υπάρχουν, σαν να λέμε, το ρεύμα που ενώνει το παίρνουμε ρεύμα, ανοίγει τις διόδους αυτές για να κινηθεί η ενέργεια.
So there are 5 mama points, okay? The first 2, 5.
What word are you putting?
Mama, why am I calling them mama points? Because they're part of the Ayurvedic. In the body there's 105 mama points total all over the body. There. Why? It comes from Ayurveda. It's an Ayurvedic term.
No meaning.
There's mama means
Central.
It means, yeah, I'll tell you what, I think I wrote that down for you because I thought someone might ask. Why are they calling them mama points?
Because you know about the
Energy points in the body, but they're the same as the acupuncture points, but I know why you're asking that. Yeah, I didn't write that down for you. Mama means sensitive or vulnerable area, right? Why? It comes from the ancient Ayuverdic text, like the Greek text, like, you know, there are terms, you know, terminology in Greek, right? Yeah.
Why they are called this way, but it's also
Why
they are stronger energy points than the others.
than acupuncture or here? No, they're not. They're all I know, you might have to get on the internet and have a look at Sharon and ask her to explain it to you. Yeah. It's just more, you know how in China, yeah? Yeah? Yes. Yeah. Healing point. The same as acupuncture point, you know? Hidden point. But they're, well, yeah. But they're, why he's asking is that acupuncture points are, in ancient Chinese medicine, that's what they call them, acupuncture. They were little points as well. Anyway, sorry, yeah, you can look that up. All right, so there are 5 points, and the first one is Gulfa. They're found down on the. I'll go through each one now. Okay, the location is medial lateral over the subtalar joint, immediately inferior to the medial and lateral malleoli. So it's down in here. Okay? Both sides of the foot, right? I'm going to use 2 thumbs, and I'm going to put, you'd have a little oil container, and you'd put oil on your thumbs, so it's only thumbs to be used to stimulate that area. So, and the way you stimulate it is you're going in a circular motion, like this, with both, and supporting the heel with the back of the fingers. So you're going around in a circular motion, and it's a brisk movement. And what the benefits are, it energizes the reproductive system, helps reduce excess fat deposits, promotes healthy joints and bone growth, and helps relieve skeletal pain and assists in the flow of prana to the feet. So are you feeling any of that? Are you feeling anything going up your leg? Or some clients sometimes feel, you know, the energy going up there. Some of my clients feel the energy going up their feet. So that's, yeah. Now, it's not a hard pressure. You've got to use your intuition. Okay. So the next points are they're called kuchara, and they are found here. The plantar surface at the midpoint of the mid-tarsal joint. There are 2 points here as well, in there. So we're going in the circular motion again. See, and it's quite brisk. It's sleeping. You don't go to sleep. Circular motion, yeah? So this one here aids digestion and reproductive function, promotes the healthy muscular system. And muscles of the feet, which makes sense. Because all the muscles are there. So just keep going around and support the foot. You know what I mean? Like, don't let it, you know, don't keep your hands out like that. Quite, yeah. 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 And now this one is this just helps to pull off the energy off the feet. You're holding the point that way, and then that way. Okay, the next point is called Kurucha, and that is in here. And this is the exterior and posterior of the foot. And that goes in circular motion as well. And it's the main site is beside the lateral, beside the lateral head of the first metatarsal bone. So there's the first so it's behind that in there. This supports heart function, provides lubrication for the heart, supports lung function, which is in that area of the feet, stimulates the lymphatic system, and improves the flow of prana. Okay, there's that one. And then the last one is, no, that's the wrong one. That wasn't that. This is Shipra. And this one is called Shipra, and it's the plantar and dorsal surface, distal webbing between the first and the second toes. So the first and the second toes, and I'm still doing it. It's so good. That's exactly the effect it has. It is so good, isn't it? It's just, you know, yeah. So relaxing, isn't it? That's the whole deal, you know. So powerful. Well, you know, what am I saying? I'm talking to reflexologists here. So that's that foot. Okay, that's the that's the dorsal, right? They're all the points for the dorsal. So now we're going to repeat it on the base, on the plantar. Okay. So we're going to go through it again. But on the, we don't do the Gulfa, we do the Kurucha, which is down here. Did we?